circulating.
And Pacha Man, what's it?
But the fake news now is circulating that resignation.
One who fake news, one who resignation.
That's right.
Mikura mean some crate be resignation as running mate. I say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempena actually say, Wajai.
And you know, but someone not true. And now on social media, no, we also let people know on social media. Again, okay, the Biasa is here. In fact, everyone done that's by Dr. Matthew Poku Prempena echo Eastern region, Okukushia corner of Maya Krobo. Every could think it out. We now for the Juma reaction as running base of the NPP. Lufu or call Krobo, Kushia party, and full be the more our Baby Green, and another American say, all parliament are share the majority caucus of the NPP. Of course, social media, there is a lot of YouTube, a course of the Ark and one day. We are there, you're back to the and you know, credit. Pierre says, na I did Dr. Bawumia so on here as running the man the Democratic Party president who's always a human prepared.
Oh, ain't you resign?
Oh, there be that. Come in, you need to be when I resign. Say, yeah, and William Shah, Dr. Bawumia, and NPP, I shall know. The big guys are in William Shah and Gatsby.
You, and you interest way. Say, or resign here, dear. But, and then I'm saying, yes, or the Jumana to.
But so, dear, you mean, say, Dr. Prempe, I am say, a Coca Chairman Penny, say, a Juma or the man as energy minister. He's saying, a Suji Fufra, a dear man, into your percent or dinner dad, in a one day. In the evening, so now for board Dr. Bawumia and this are rather the Juma as education minister, the Juma as energy minister, and all the other. The important the Juma to as energy minister, so if I said like I say, God could in a video of this. But unfortunately said now, social media, no, the man will be see it becomes also. But a young create the other. And indeed, assuming any acquaintance from Kwao to best level as a running meeting, staff is man prepared and all these things.
Okay. 50 minutes and I pay. Now, Ukra Siren, dear. Yeah, that's it. I pay Fifi Boafo, spokesperson for Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, 24 minutes at the top of the hour. Peace 104.3. I think now can be about policy. Me and one FM call back to me sirens.
Yes, let me say, look, policy be our objective. We share free SHS policy as brought by Nanadi. The idea is to increase accessibility to secondary education. Mahama policy, so the objective was to increase accessibility to secondary education.
Okay.
What varies? Any the degree and intensity of your kind of saying what you do no to cover and to ensure accessibility no. If you want to say Nkrumah did his bit, but it was not entirely free secondary education in the north. It was subvention. Secondary education was heavily subvented. In fact, when he was presenting the 7-year development plan, what he said in that speech, he said, by the time you can say, SAR policy, would have been fully, the plan would have been fully implemented. By 1972, and these were his words, Ghana would have, begun enjoying free secondary education. Until as far back as the 60s, Nkrumah envisioned, say, Ghana, Colombia, and here say, Obenya secondary education. But what shall see from a point? I can say, look, Northerners, because of the educational gap, 101 years now, between the south and the north.
At least it's been breached.
We are getting there.
Yeah.
And some of these policies are actually very instrumental in that process. Until now, we're doing it piecemeal. Yanjin say access to secondary education, no. Now you're piecemeal. Mahama Baye, no, even Kufuor did his bit. Even Metro Mass and Kola Frudico School, they are all part of enhancing access to secondary education.
But about free SHS, sir.
By free SHS, universal free secondary education, whereby you don't pay for cost of secondary education.
End of story. Let me move on. Let me move on. And then Unipa Osei Kofi Akwa, former National Youth Organizer CPP, says, Chairman General, are you talking only about the sirens? They also want unlimited speed, irrespective of where or when. Greetings to your panel, especially Atik, my comrade, in whom I am delighted. Now let's move on to the issue, particularly this one. Metese Uriah friend Andy Apia Kubi Edibetu justifying into Muhia. Now many opinion back and Anakumia down for pie friend Ato Williams. Ato says the day after we wake up to various discussions on our radios and televisions and social media, Ghana is very noisy. In the sense as some of the issues that grab our attention seem very mundane. And he goes on and on. It says, the discussion is not on traffic as a hindrance to productivity and a solution to resolve it. Rather, it's about how the select few can get from point A to point B without hindrance by using sirens and flashing lights. How about we mere mortals? He goes on and on and on and on. I'll urge our legislature to show more empathy and have a pulse on our country's sentiments. Power and comfort have a way of warping reality, insulating you from the realities, and goes on and on. I pray that this law will be shelved with alacrity for the good of us all. At Williams, NAD and no Etuja.
Chairman, should be shelved. The election said there's a possibility of reintroducing it someday.
They be shelved it with alacrity. Just,
it should be discarded forever.
Anyway, Atik,
Chairman,
what do you make of it? Maybe I know so.
This is yet another reflection of how increasingly, Chairman, the opinion we are losing sight of your foremost responsibility is to serve your constituents. And by extension, Ghana.
Edusafo mo bibia kwaba kwambra kwam TV so edusafo nsema wodo a ekoso wo Ghana ha sei no ane aboabo bia no a ene mede eba abesom e wo channel we so no adare mo bonu ndi kwan so ansne be kwa akofi video no message so be subscribe e de amam wi a no wa share amofofo so enya bia hwe no ate di ekwo obetimi so akire wadwen e comment section honom wo bonu ndi kwan so de ho tie e be kenkan e de amaw wi a no wa like video no so e de aka make house hanom e kwam TV yenko ni enkuti sanse mu ntiremu embra